It's like me, for In God We Trust. Me and Vase already had a working relationship because at that time we were working on a musical project together called Nashini, which was like quite a political um, music band, and we were looking at a lot of issues, and at the time the whole Guantanamo Bay thing we were talking about and other issues, and then when that job with Peshkar came up, it was perfect for both of us because we already had this relationship, and and there was a lot of dialogue between myself, Sajad, and Vase about the context and about the actual issues around the piece, and which is great for me because that's how I love working when I work on a piece, because I love I really need to get inside the head of the writer and the head of the director to see where they're coming from in terms of the piece, and for me that really helps for me to visualize what the sound is going to be, because I work in a very cinematic way in that it's images and movement that gives me inspiration for a composition, and getting getting the political perspective on the piece is really important as well for me. And I really did get that off of Vase and Sajad, so it actually made writing the music for it quite easy for me, because the context was laid down quite early on, and the depth of what the piece was going to be was really clear to me. I think because I knew the writer so well, Vase, it's like I knew where he was coming from musically and and culturally, and because we'd had many discussions about his sort of like um, belief systems and stuff, and you know we looked at Sufism and the music around Sufism, and some of that comes out within the music in the piece, and also it's like it was really great for me because there's there's that angle of music, plus then there's some thrash metal within the piece as well, so it's like pulls apart, you know what I mean, and that's what makes it interesting for me. It was just like finding ways of marrying different genres and different styles of music together within one piece is that's the thing for me. And so yeah, the inspiration comes from the words basically, uh, and the movement, because one of the things I'll do is I'll create a framework of sound that I think will work before the rehearsals start, and come up with a few ideas, play them to people, and then once the rehearsals start, I'll sit there and watch the rehearsals, take notes, experiment a little bit. I'll take a guitar in with me or a computer, and try ideas out on headphones, and it usually comes together within that process of the rehearsal period. Well, with every piece I work on in theatre, it's like it evolves. The music evolves as the rehearsals evolve. So um, and every director has a different method. So it's really important to me that I'm in the rehearsals and talking to the director throughout, because um, and in God We Trust in particular, it was like I think Vase had quite a bit of input within the rehearsals as well, which was good. And it's yeah, it was a long time ago, so I'm trying to recall how the process actually worked on that one. But I, as I remember, it was very much um, taking the direction that Sajad was given and then translating that into sound that complements the action and words. I mean, my thing with sound for theatre and film or radio is that it should always be complementary to the action and never become prominent unless it's meant to be prominent at a certain point. And I think the rehearsal process within God We Trust allowed that to happen.